Question number 19. It reads, electrostatic potential VA has been measured everywhere outside a spherical body of radius r that is made up of some unknown material. It was found that the potential is spherically symmetric and it depends only on the distance r from the center and given by this expression, which is V is equal to A upon r, where A is a constant. No measurement of the potential inside the sphere was done. What can you conclude based on this observation about the charge distribution of the body? So what we have a sphere and it's charged. Potential outside has been measured and that potential found to be spherically symmetric and it depends only on the radius r. And the expression is V is equal to A by r. We need to comment about the charge distribution. Options read like it must be uniform, maybe non-uniform, and it must be symmetrical, spherically symmetrical, and non-uniform as well as without symmetry, and cannot be predicted. Some conditions need to be known. So what we can do, let's consider any point P and try to find the potential at this point P, and then need to relate with the charge density rho, and then we need to find the condition for rho. If rho comes out to be constant necessarily, then we will say option A is correct. If it is not necessarily constant, then we say may be uniform, may not be uniform, and all that things. Moreover, then we can think about the symmetry as well. So let's consider a dq element at a distance r. Now here I have simply shown this r, so this dq is going to have a coordinates some sort of like this. The coordinates going to be r, theta and phi. These are spherical coordinate system that I am using. That means the coordinate of this small element depends on r, depends on theta, depends on phi. Now how this theta and everything is being measured, if I need to illustrate a bit, I can say, let's say this is our constant line, reference line. From here this angle is theta, and we need to consider some x-axis as well, and from that axis you need to draw perpendicular somewhere there, and then we need to measure this angle to get the phi. So basically that's a spherical coordinate system. That's a basic you need to remember. We are not going to use much of it over here, that's why I haven't drawn it in proper fashion, but yes, they can be thought of. So this point is not a particular point I'm taking, this is a general point in its volume. Let's say from this element the point P is r dash distance apart, which is outside, and this P point is r distance from the center, which we are going to use for this expression. Moreover, there are these variables as well. Now potential at point P because of this charge element depends on what? Let's see. So potential at P because of dq is going to be like dv, which is going to be written as k dq upon r dash. So distance is of the element from the point. Now if we want to find the total potential, we need to integrate this because it's a scalar quantity, it needs to be basically added up. K is going to be constant, it can be taken outside, so integration will have a dq upon r dash. Now we need to know that this entire we are given that this entire potential came out to be A by r. So this expression, basically this integration along with this k, there's a k as well, so this integration is going to be dependent on small r only, that's what it says. So if it is dependent only small r, let me mention this k as well so that you're not confused. Anyway, so this expression is going to be dependent only small r. Now you see this dq, if we replace this dq, so dq can be written as the density of charge into volume of this element. When we are going to take this volume of this element, it will be dependent on small r, that means distance, phi and theta. So it is going to be dependent on all the three spherical variables or coordinates, and there's going to be r dash. Now this integration comes out to be 1 upon r or A upon r. Now you see r is going to be related with r dash and small r, and dv will have all these variables, and this integration gives us this answer. Out of this we need to comment about this density. Now k is being constant can be taken outside. This density can be constant, can be variable only of function of small r, this r, or maybe a function of r and theta, maybe r, theta and phi. It can be related to a number of out of three variables. It can be related anyhow. So from here we cannot certainly say about this density to deliver this answer. This answer can be delivered by several values of rho because it is inside the integration. I have placed this triple integration because we are integrating on volume. That means we need to integrate on d small, this r, d theta and d phi. So basically this is a quite a difficult expression, complex expression, and in this rho can take several values. So rho can have several choices. So we cannot say this constant, that means density is uniform. So it may be non-uniform. Yes, it may be non-uniform, but must be spherical symmetric. Now it will be spherical symmetric if it is independent of theta and phi, but we can see from here it can depend on theta and phi as well. So it may be without spherical symmetry. So option C, which says it may be uniform or non-uniform without any spherical symmetry, it may be. So that can be accepted as the right choice. Hence C is the correct response for this question. Thank you.